WGCI, Tony Sculfield, Morning Riot Show, and in the studio this morning from the new movie, Life, Love, and Soul. Man, I'm honored to have these brothers in here. We got my man, Chad Coleman, in the building. You know him as Cuddy from the Cut from The Wire. Also, my man in the building, Jamie Hector. You know him as Marlo Stanfield from The Wire. But then a new movie called Life, Love, and Soul. We have the producer here, my man, Noel Calloway. How you guys doing this morning, man? Producer, director. I'm sorry, I got to give you all your props this morning. That's an extra few $1,000s on there, man.
Like to have it.
But how you guys feeling this morning, man? Welcome to the city of Chicago. I know y'all enjoying this weather. Y'all probably thought it was gonna be cold up here, but we threw y'all for a loop, right?
Hey, no doubt about it, man. 2012.
I say the same thing.
You know?
Yep. Hey, really quick, man. Just explain what the movie Life, Love, and Soul is about. If all of you guys can just really quick, talk about what this movie means to you.
Definitely. Life, Love, Soul is an important movie. It's a story of a young man who's a good kid, a smart kid, and then his life falls apart. He loses his mother and his brother in a car accident. His mother is played by Tami Roman. His brother is played by another young
She don't
actor.
fight in the movie, do she?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I can
Absolutely.
Tami.
Can people take her seriously in this movie? Because, she's a reality TV, show star. And so can people take her seriously? Did she actually break out? Is there a surprise that she even gave you?
Well, we actually shot this prior to Basketball Wives.
Oh, okay.
So we had no preconceived notions about her. We didn't know this, what we know now.
Okay.
So she came to set as a professional. She was great on set. She's fun to work with and super talented as an actress.
Wow.
I hope she, goes further in this, in this direction because she's super talented. She brought it. Everybody brought it to this movie.
I really have to say I enjoyed her work.
Right.
I was like, who is that when we saw it? And I said, this girl is good.
Right.
Yeah, I had worked with her on a pilot before, a Queen Latifah pilot before, so I knew she had the skills to pay those,
Play those roles instead of just throwing glasses and fighting everybody.
Exactly.
Hey,
yeah.
I want to talk to you guys, Chad and Jamie, about this role. Obviously, this is a different thing. You guys are, famous for The Wire, being in The Wire, one of the greatest shows ever. I recently went back and started watching from season 1 again now. How different was this, the roles that you guys played in this film? From saying what what people have known you for.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, Earl is far more expressive, Earl is somebody who's totally, in touch with his pain, and not unwilling to negotiate that pain, not unwilling to be vulnerable with his son, there are parts of him that definitely remind me of Cuddy. Yeah, definitely.
A guy who kind of, feels that he's had some transgressions and he's trying to do right now.
That's correct. Yeah, exactly. Cool. So I think maybe I was in a more comfortable wheelhouse than Jamie.
Jamie went to play a teacher in this movie. He took it all the way to the other side, man.
Look, I always say instead of giving them $200 to move it on the corner, I was giving them books.
Right. That's it.
Mentoring them. It was that was the opposite right there. We were just basically trying to move them on another level. That's closer to my life, actually.
Wow.
Was on screen, yeah.
Okay. Noel, I got a question for you, man. Being a indie film producer and director, talk to some of the other young directors and filmmakers out here that's on the grind, that's trying to get the whole indie thing going. Where do you pull your energy from? Because I know you hear no a lot more than you hear yes. So how do you prepare for that yes?
Just conviction. You have to be strong in your desire and your will and your overall belief in yourself because as you said, those no's come a lot faster than the yeses. So you can't get discouraged. And if you really believe in your talent and you believe in your ability, then someone saying no, you'll see that as a mistake and not as a reflection of your talent.
Okay.
So for me, I always knew that I could do this and that I would do this. I've been writing for a very long time. This film was the first film I actually wrote. I've written a lot more since this film, but this film remained personal to me, so I wanted to do this myself and not allow, that Hollywood machine to get a hold of it and turn it into something that, that's not what we intended it to be. So
as a matter of fact, we were talking, I was talking with my producer. He went to see it last night. He said it'd be a great thing, and I know he was briefly talking to you about it, and even coming back and taking this around to some schools and actually letting some students see it within the school system that it would really be that good and that good of a message to pass off.
Oh, absolutely, and that's part of the intent. We wanted to create a multi-generational film. We don't feel like a lot of those are out where parents, grandparents, and grandchildren can go see it together and enjoy it just the same. Even the music, you have music from artists of today, and then you have Ashford and Simpson. You know, so the music goes across
Trying to bridge
generations.
Right.
So
is this a true story?
It's not. It's a real story.
It's real.
You know, it's a story about people in all of our communities, young men and young women.
We all know somebody in this movie.
Right.
Everybody
Absolutely.
knows somebody that's in this movie.
Yep.
Robbie, step on up. You play Roosevelt Jackson, 17-year-old honor student, and of course your mother, Tami Roman, dies in this movie. Man, talk about that impact.
You gave it up? I didn't even know you was going to give it up like that.
Oh yeah. We got the info. We got the info here. I mean,
It was a great experience. Working with Tami was an excellent experience. Like Noel said earlier, we did this movie before Basketball Wives was even thought of, so we didn't have that side of Tami. She's an excellent actress, shall I say, and it was a great experience.
Now, this movie also picked up the Audience Award at last year's Urban World Film Festival. How did that feel, Noel, taking, the fans, the audience actually picked this movie as a favorite? How did that feel to know that the people actually came out and enjoyed it?
I think that was a really, really big achievement because that's who we made it for.
Right.
You get a room full of stuffed shirts and they sit there and they judge art. And then, they give out awards.
If you can get them to be quiet, because I done been to some industry joints, they don't even pay attention.
Exactly.
Right, it's a movie on, y'all. Hello.
They watch 8 minutes of the movie and then they already had their decision made before they walked in.
Before they walked in, right.
Whereas the audience is going in blind and there were big movies with big stars and, to choose our film spoke volumes about the quality of the film.
Robbie, I got a question. I want to talk to you about these two guys flanking you, their work ethic. What did you take from their work ethic on set? And you two guys, seeing this new guy do his thing, how did you look at his work ethic and the way he approached the movie?
Well, obviously, they're definitely bosses in the game to me. I was a fan before working with them, looking at their work ethic, starting with Chad, who plays my father. It wasn't like his presence alone brought the best out of me. His voice is very demanding when you see the film, and he'll grasp your attention right away. And working with Jamie on another end, and that's a whole nother side actor, because he wasn't like in these gangster roles. His work ethic, the way he studied his lines and memorized, he was in a whole nother zone.
And people don't get to see that, you know what I mean?
And that's the truth. And it was like things I wasn't even used to, like that had nothing to do with the script, but whatever he needed to do to get in his zone, it was just very interesting to watch that and then see the work that came out of that.
What did you two guys learn from my man?
Watching
Robbie?
him on set.
This young man's hungry. This young man came to the table prepared to do the work.
And he came with his hair prepared. He's got that good hair.
That's all natural too.
You ain't nothing but oils and berries.
See, after the movie, that's how I gotta stay now. Ain't nobody catch you out here with the Chris Rock. You gotta stay true style. Gotta stay buried up.
The sun was gonna come up.
April 13th, I need everybody to go out and see Life, Love, and Soul, starring these brothers right here.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. And when you guys come back, man, we're going to take this around to some schools, man, so some students can actually see this film. And we appreciate you guys' work, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Gotta
Chicago.
keep the hair right, man. That's what I say. Gotta stay buried up now. Can't go back.
Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. only on GCI.